G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I am going to try something today that I haven't really done before. I'm going to mold around this this rock. I think it's slate. I went looking in my garden to find something that was relatively flattish, and this was the only thing I could find, and it's got these really cool, interesting layers. Not quite sure how it's going to go molding because there's a big chunk out there. And it's thinner in some parts than in others, like that. That's quite thin. But look, I'm going to make a mold out of it, and I'm going to try something that I saw on Natrium's YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm going to have a little go at that. We'll see how it works. All right, I'll move that out of the way. I'm going to use this eye gum silicone putty. It's from Resin Pro. They do two types. They've also got a blue one, which is a fast cure. It is fast. Man, is it fast. So this one is, I'm not sure if it actually tells you how long it takes, how long you've got for a working time. It just says wait 20 to 30 minutes for it to cure. But anyway, I find it's got quite a long work time. 20 minutes maybe. So I should have equal amounts left in my little jars here, and I don't know if I want to use it all because I don't want to go right up the whole side. I don't want it to be too deep. So I might just weigh it and see what I've got left. I don't have to use it all. Put it into grams. Okay, so I've got 237. I don't think I need that. Let's try about 150. There's 150. And then we'll do 150 of the yellow as well. So as you can see, it's a two-part, and you just mix the two together until you've got one color. Oh, 150. 150! Oh, you wouldn't credit it, would you? Love this stuff. Love it. So I will link Resin Pro for you down in the description for their website, and there's also a coupon code. So you can buy anything from their website using that link, and you'll get a coupon. You can use the coupon code. All right, now hopefully I haven't got too much. So basically all you need to do is you just need to work this until you've just got a pale yellow, until you can't see any more of the white. That's the plan. It's very therapeutic. I enjoy doing it. Anyway, I'll come back to you once it's done. All right, I think that's pretty much done. So as long as you can't see any more white, you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it in half. I didn't wash it. I just, like the stone, I just sort of brushed around it with an old paintbrush. Hopefully got some of the dust off it, but I'm not expecting it to be totally clean. Actually, I probably don't need that. I can just use my board. It doesn't matter. I've got an acrylic sheet over my board here. So like I said, I broke it into two because I need this piece to go like across there and then down there, and then the other piece I know I've got for there and there. So I'm just going to have to make sure that I have enough. It doesn't need to come all the way up. The only issue is, like, it's got an undercut under here. So I'm just going to have to, I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. So I have to make sure that my little worm here is going to be long enough to go across there and down there. Let's see. Oh, plenty. Okay, it's plenty. I probably don't need to do it that long. Make it a little bit thicker. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, just sort of measure. So that's about 10, 26. So I need about 26 centimeters. You could do that too. And that'll save the guesstimates. Oops, that's 28. Low. It's probably 10. Yeah, 28. Okay, 28. So that's about right. That should be good. All right. So now, just going to look at that. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Push this down a little bit that way. And I'll keep that bit for the other half. Just push it in. You don't want to make it too thin. You don't want to make your putty too thin. And like I said, I don't need that full height. I just want to get that imprint. I have no idea what it's doing on the other side. I can't tell. Oh, okay. But yeah, look, you don't have to hurry. You've got like, at least 15 minutes, I would say, to do your thing. And I'll do the same on the other side. I did go and grab some silicone from the man shed. You know, just the silicone, the caulking silicone. And I was going to use that, and then I read the instructions and it said cure time 72 hours, and I thought, nope, I'm not that patient. I don't want to wait 72 hours. So I'm just going to push this in along there, flatten it out so it's hopefully the same sort of height as everything else. Probably have made a little bit thicker on that side, but should be all right. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, take a bit where you've got like a little bit more and add it there. I've got a courier truck in my driveway. Star Trek. It's not coming down. The man shed door's open because David's picking up branches and things, and because it's been really windy, and he's taking them down to the garden to burn. So the courier truck's just pulled in next to the shed, seen that the door's open, and he's left the box there. Last time they did that, I didn't find it till like weeks later, because they don't tell you. They just go, yeah, I'll just dump it there rather than come down the driveway to your front door. Oh my God, Star Trek, that's a bit rude. Bit rude, my guys. All right, I'm going to take a bit off here. Like so. And I'm just going to add a bit more here just because I feel it's a little bit on the thin side. It's probably not. All right, so basically that's all we need to do for now. And once that's cured up, we'll take the stone out. And I'm going to pour into it. Like I said, I want to do something that I saw Natrium do. Natrium's videos. What's her name? I have a feeling it's like, is it Nadia or Natalia? Or, gosh, I don't know. Anyway, all right. I'll just make sure that this is, I'm pushing sort of in here, but I'm pushing down here at the same time because I don't want it to go too, like I don't want it to like raise up too much, but I do want it to sort of imprint really nicely. So doing that all the way around, and hopefully we'll get a really nice imprint. Okay, don't worry too much about what the outside looks like. Doesn't matter. It's what the inside's going to look like. All right, so I only need to leave that, say, half an hour. And then we'll mix up some resin and we'll get started on the next step. This is going to be so exciting. Have a little look. And I better go up to the shed and see what I've got. You want to come with me? We'll go and have a look. All right, let's go. Let's go. You can come with me. Go for a little walk. So that's the silicone that I got from the shed. I find that if I want to put resin next to the silicone, it's got to be 100%. Otherwise, it can stick. That's what I found anyway. So I always go for the 100% silicone. It's a bit of a windy day today. I think it's going to rain. Hello, what are you guys doing out here? You're on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side of the deck. Hey? You're on the wrong side of the deck. I didn't feed them this morning. I'm feeding them more at night, just so that they've got all day to find their own food. And then if it's been a bit light on insects and bugs and things, then I'll feed them at night. Okay, so he's put it here. All right. Oh, it's heavy. It's a bit heavy. Oh my gosh. There's the man shed. He says there's no room in there because it's all my stuff. But I guess it's a bit of my stuff. You know, we just collect things, don't we? Magpies, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are there bugs down there? Are there bugs? Maybe ants? What do you got? Hey, hello. Are there bugs there? All right, will you find all the little bugs to eat and then I'll see you for dinner tonight, hey? What have you found? Ants, maybe. Yuck. All right, I'll see you a bit later on tonight. Okay, I'm going to empty my box here. What is it? What is it? Hello, dogs. Hello. Bailey's due to birth any minute. All right, get the box out. Come, Babe. Where'd you go? Oh, you're sniffing that too. Bailey, come. Come on. She'll probably have puppies in a couple of days. Come on. Good girl. Hello. Hello. Show everyone your belly. Everyone your belly. Look at that. Look at that belly. All right. Shut the door. It's windy out there. All right. I think it is ready. It's had at least an hour because it's a bit cool in my studio today. Trying to get it off. So yeah, oh gosh, it's heavy. It's taken a bit longer than normal. That's what we've got underneath. So let's get this off and see what we've got. Now it'll be a little bit dirty just because, you know, it's a rock and I haven't washed it. So it's going to have a bit of dirt and stuff on it, but I don't mind. It's not going to be a problem. Oh gosh, big chunks falling off it. Oh, a little bit broken off. Where'd that come from? Anyway, there we go. Let's move that out of the way. Clean this up. I have mixed up my resin already. And then I thought, I need to put the colour in it. So I want to do that. Now, I want to show you some photos. So this is the kind of effect that I want to go for. This, it's like cracked ice. Cracked ice close-ups. See? And I'm going to do that white. I'm going to use my bloom. You know, like to do a 3D bloom, how it spreads. So I'll do a few layers and see what we can get. So I'm going to go with it like a nice dark bluey green, I think would be nice. So I'll leave that over there on the side for inspiration. Let's just give this a quick little clean. I don't think anything else is going to come out. It's a bit grotty in there, but I think once I pour resin into it, you know, all the dirt will come out, and then next time if I use it again, it'll be cleaner. But for the first time, I think all this little bits of leftover dirt and rock and stuff will probably stay on my resin piece. But I can use this again, and yeah, like I said, hopefully next time I use it, it'll be cleaner. So I just have to. I mean, look, you could wash it. I'm not going to bother. I don't really want this big thick bit here. That's the bit that was, you know, that undercut in there. But anyway, I wonder if it'll fit. I'm wondering if it'll fit into this. Nope, it won't. I'm going to have to get one of my round molds. Just give it a clean. I've used this one previously to put molds like this into. So this is I think it's my large tray mold. Make sure that the bottom's clean as well, as clean as possible, just so that, you know, the silicone will stick to the silicone. So give it a bit of a clean. All right, let's see if that's going to fit. Oh gosh, oh, I might just have to trim off the outside there. Gosh, and my resin's going warm. Now let's just, I'm gonna make sure I don't trim too much off, but I just need to trim off a little bit. So that it'll fit. You don't want to go right through, obviously. I don't want to take too much off. I might do the opposite corner as well. Okay, a little bit more. I did make the edges quite thick, so I should have plenty of excess to cut off. And a bit off this corner as well. And we should be good to go. I'm not used to working with bits of dirt flying around everywhere. Okay, almost. Need a little bit more off this corner just here. And then I think we'll be good. How's that? Oops. Yep. I think that's good. Just don't want to have to, no, a little bit there as well. Just don't want to have to, you know, push it to get it in. Otherwise, you might have an edge that's going to start lifting up. And we don't want that because the resin will flow underneath. Okay, that's good. We are good to go. Press it down. Are we centered? Not really. Press it down. Another little clean up. So I'm going to add a little bit of blue to my resin here. Put the lid back on that before I cut myself. So I've got some navy and some sapphire. Looking back at those photos, I think I'll go with navy and then pick a dark green as well. So this is just the Fluids alcohol ink, Octopus Fluids. Always open your little bottle away from your resin because it gets those little dry crusty bits on it. So I'm going to go and grab my green as well. This is called Deep Sea, so it's a nice dark green. I'll add a little bit of that as well. I don't want to make it too dark because, you know, I want to see the white. I'm going to give that a stir. See how we go, because I'm doing different layers as well. I'll probably do maybe 3 layers. You know, I can sort of deepen the color as well. add a little bit more. I'm not counting drops. I'm just squishing it in there, squeezing it in there. All right, I'll mix that up and then I'll be right back. Oh my God, you guys, you know what I did? I forgot to take my clear out for my white. I've made it all blue. So I've quickly just made up another little bit of my, my resin. Because this is quite thick now, it's been sitting here for, it's been 20 minutes since I stopped stirring it. Because I was waiting for the bubbles to go and then I was adding the colour and then, yeah, it's just taken a little while. Hopefully this won't leak. There's my timer. Oh, I should have, I'm all in a kerfuffle today. I'm not used to doing this sort of thing. I should have sprayed it with some alcohol beforehand. I can't do it now because I'm going to add my bloom paste. All right, so I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. I've mixed up some more of the resin. I'm using the Let's Resin for our fast cure. It's a 1-to-1, and my bloom paste. So I've got 30 grams in there, and I will do 3 drops. Now, ideally, you would use the same resin. Be interesting to see if it actually works. So anyway, I've got 30 grams, which is 3 ounces, and I will do 3 drops. Like so. But yeah, because this resin's been sitting now and it's, you know, it's thickening up, it should hopefully stop this white from sinking. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully I haven't got too many bubbles in there and hopefully it's not leaking. I can't see any leaks, but I mean it may it may leak a little bit underneath. But that's fine, we can just trim it up afterwards. I just really wanted to see if I could do this. I'm not doing a very good job of it, am I? Oh gosh, I'm trying not to mix too many bubbles into my white. Hopefully that's mixed in okay. I have got a little bit more of this blue here. Maybe I should add a bit more. No point wasting it. It's a pretty thick mold, so I'll probably need to do 3 layers. I guess depends on the look you want. I mean, you could potentially do 4 sort of thinner layers, and it might be a good thing to do, like, you know, with your leftover resin. All right, so that's done. Now I want to use a stick. I might just use digging in my little box. I'll just use this actually. See how I go with this. I don't think I need all of that white, but anyway. Oh gosh, now I need my photo. I need my photo. My inspiration. My inspiration photo. Okay. Just to give me a guide. It's that one there. And then this one, kind of come all the way across. And another one here. And then one there. And then that one's this one across here. So just, yeah, just basic. And then it's got these little thin wispy ones as well, which are really, 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 really thin. Like really thin little wispy things. But you can build up, you know, afterwards. You can build up your layers. Actually, I don't want them to look as if they're a cake frosting. Oh my gosh. It's probably better that you do that on the next layer, like try and cross them. Probably not a good idea to do it on this first layer because they just end up looking like you've, you know, done a cake frosting where you've used your stick and pulled one way and then pulled the other way. So yeah, probably not a good idea to cross them at this stage. If we can go back to a straight line there. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'll try my best. Hopefully by the time we're up to the second layer, it'll kind of look nice. Oops, you're not going straight. Practice, 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 hey? Practice makes perfect. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I think I'll just leave it like that. I've got so much white left. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a puffy heart. This over here is a bit of a pain, but what can you do? Try and feather out those ends just so they don't look blobby. But I think it's just going to be a learning process. I've never done this before. This area here is just going to bug me, isn't it? It is. Never mind. Hopefully it'll be all right once it cures up. All right, I am going to get my heat gun and just give it a little bit of heat. It's because I've left it so long, the resin, with all my fiddling around and doing the wrong thing, that it may not move as well as I would like it to move. So I'll just give it a bit of heat. Get it moving. And then once this has had a chance to cure up, doesn't have to be rock hard like for unmolding, just enough so that I can put another layer on it. And I'll come back and I'll do another layer. And hopefully it'll kind of spread out a little bit. I'm kind of pushing it to spread it, as you can see, so hopefully it will do that to give us that cracked ice kind of look that I'm after. So yeah, really playing around with it, getting it to move and to spread. I don't want any sort of stark lines, and maybe it'll fix that area there that I've stuffed up. Okay, that's kind of looking good so far. Kind of looking good, isn't it? Yes. All right, I'll try and stop fiddling with it. Yep, let's just leave it. So we've got some areas that are kind of whiter, some are more sort of flowy. So the next layer, we'll just do some more. We'll do some more cracked ice. Oh my gosh. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. Now this area here, it's kind of got like a little fisheye happening, so I don't want that. We'll just get rid of that. Like so. Spread that. All right, that's looking okay. I think I've saved it. Oh my gosh, all right. Look in there, it's kind of cavernous. It's cavernous. If this works out really well, I'll make a mold out of it, because I can do that. All right, see you in a few hours. Right, this layer is ready, and we're going to go again. So let's just have a look at our little photos again. Doesn't seem to be any kind of rhyme or reason. Some of them seem to be a little bit more, like this one's like a lot of downs and one across, whereas that one was just sort of everywhere. That one's very thin. I do like that one. So anyway, we'll just get what we get, hey? All right, so this time I remembered to take some out for my white, and I mixed them up and I've just let them sit. So they've been sitting for 20 minutes. This one I've made darker. So I added the deep sea and the navy, and then I also added a tiny drop of black Liquitex ink just to get a little bit of a darker kind of a look. It looked much darker in the cup because it was deeper. So I'm using the Let's Resin 4-hour again, and I did the 100 grams of A and 90 grams of B, and I think that will just leave us one more little layer. Probably won't need as much in the next layer. Clean my gloves off. All right, so that's that. See, it does look darker, doesn't it? Hope it's not going to be too dark now. Oh gosh. All right. Now here's my white, and I don't know that I'm gonna. I'm just gonna sort of go opposite to what I've already got there. I really don't know. I don't know. So let's kind of try and do a few of these, and also what oh gosh, I think that's from the bubbles that I've just popped. So we'll just do a few of those. I guess I can go through. I can go across. I just can't pull the stick through, if you know what I mean. Gosh, look at all those. Probably should have waited before I put this in, because I'm getting dots from the bubbles. I think it's from the bubbles anyway. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I don't have bubbles in here because it's been sitting for the last 15 minutes. Could be because I've just torched for bubbles. I don't really know. All right. Hopefully this will. It should spread okay. Last time when I had these bubbles and I heated it, they kind of disappeared. So hopefully they will disappear again. And the other thing I want to do is once my resin has started to set up a little bit more, and it's a bit thicker, I'm going to come back in with my stick, and I'm going to do another layer sort of over the top when the resin's thicker so that it doesn't spread. I'm not liking what that's doing. I'm not. But let's see what happens when I heat it. So yeah, I'm going to come back in and just try and do like a thicker stripe. So it can stay in its little stripe. Not sure what this is doing. Not sure what it's doing, you guys. Doesn't want to behave. Hopefully it'll kind of spread out okay. Can't really get into the corners, like, because it's sort of underneath there. I'm just going to have to wait and see what it does, because it's being a bit weird. I'll go over these again. You're not sure what it's doing. Maybe they just need to be a bit thicker, like thicker lines. It's my first attempt. Hopefully I'll learn as I go. Put one across here. Thinking maybe they need to be a bit thicker. Alright, we'll leave it like that. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to wait until it has all thickened, the resin's thickened up a little bit more. And then I'm going to come back in and try and do some sort of thicker white lines, just to keep that sort of definite line rather than a spread out line, if you know what I mean. Just kind of trying to break up my thick ends if I can. All right, let's heat this a bit. And we'll get some of it spreading, and then like I said, I'll come back when the resin's a bit thicker. And do some more sort of lines over the top just to give it a bit of definition. We don't want them all spreading. So I'm getting quite close with my heat gun, trying to get these to spread, trying to get these middle bits to do a little bit better because they're looking a bit weird. The nozzle's probably about 2 inches or so, 5 centimeters away from the surface. But yeah, I'm just trying to kind of break up some of those bubbles and just trying to get them to spread. Don't want to overheat it and burn it. So, alright, I think I'll just leave it like that. I've got some really nice spreading here, but it's going to change a lot. So, yeah, we'll just wait and see. And then I'll come back and I'll drizzle some, just sort of over some of these thicker ones. We'll do a little bit of drizzling and see if we can get them to kind of stand out a little bit more, if they need it. We'll see what happens. Clean these gloves off. And we'll see you in another 3 hours or so. So I've waited about 10 to 15 minutes, I think it was. And I'm going to just see if I can do some darker lines over the top. I don't really like the way these have spread. I don't think this layer is as good as the previous layer because I've got all those little holes in my white. I must remember to torch and then let it sit and then put the white on so that the bubbles don't sort of pop up in my white. I think that's what it was. Anyway, let's have a look and see if I can follow some of these little lines. Like so. Doesn't matter if I go up over the top. I will try and just, yeah, it's getting quite thick now, so that's good. That's what I was wanting. See if I can get it to just have a bit more of a darker line to it. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this actually, you know, through the layers. I'm not sure if you'll be able to, but if you're wanting a more definite line, then just wait until your resin has thickened a bit, I guess. If you don't want blobbies, then start outside the mold. Oh, it's getting quite thick now. It doesn't really want to spread. Like, it doesn't really want to go in a line. All right, how's that? So, you know, you can get some spread out lines, you can get some more defined lines, just whatever you want to do, really. Let's do another one over here, like so. And then I think that'll do. I'll come back and do another layer. I'll let this one cure up and I'll come back and do another layer. Won't be quite as deep because it's hasn't got that much depth to it, but yeah, we'll do another layer and then I'll do the same thing. I think the next layer is going to be quite the bug. Not very dark because yeah, it's getting quite dark. Never mind. So we'll come back, we'll do it again, and there's a bit of a squiggle there. I better spread that out. And then 10-15 minutes after, I'll do this, and that'll just give us that more defined kind of background look. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. It's my first attempt. Hopefully I'll learn a lot from this. All right, see you soon. All right, I'm back with my third layer. So this one here, I haven't made very dark. I probably made the second one a bit too dark, but I was looking at the photos and like one of them was really quite dark and I thought, I like that. So anyway, I did it. Got a little bit of room still left. I mixed up another 75 grams of A, 70 grams of B of the fast cure from Let's Resin. I kept some out for my white. I did 30 grams of resin and 3 drops of my bloom paste again. So same. And let's just see how much we're going to need. Might not need it all, we'll see. I thought I might make a proper mold out of this piece. If it looks nice, I'll make a proper mold out of it. I don't really have a sort of a rectangle-y sort of a shape mold. Can you hear the puppies? The babies. They were 8 weeks yesterday. They were quite playful. Cute little barks. Very cute little barks. Now I'm just going to run this around just because there's that undercut there. I want to make sure there's no bubbles getting caught underneath. Like so. So I did the same as the 2 previous layers. I stirred my resin for 4 minutes and then I let it sit, let the bubbles come up, and waited for another, so I waited 15 minutes. I stirred it for 4 minutes and I waited for 15 minutes after that. And then I decanted, although now it's an extra 3 minutes, so it's 18 minutes. Now I want to leave this now because I've just torched it. Do you know what happened last time? I got all that bubble. I want to see if the heat does it, or if it's just the bubbles coming up and popping, which does it. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Do I want to put any more in? A little bit. I'm not going to torch again though. I'm not. Well, see, I can see some bubbles there. All right, let's just leave it. Let's leave it. I don't want to risk those holes again. Okay, so here we go. Last one. Last little layer. Whoa, that was a bit of a big blob. It's kind of doing it again. Not sure why. Just need to spread this. Take that little blob out. Don't like you, blob. May need to wait a little bit longer before I do this. Wait for those bubbles to come up. Just make that a little bit thicker. Concentrating. Trying not to stuff up my last layer. Oh gosh. Because I've discovered I can do this. I can go across. I just can't pull the stick through. So, you know, which I did on the first layer. So I am learning. I'm learning as I go. Which is a good thing. It's not a good idea to stop with a blob though. Not a good idea to stop with a blob. Because I don't really want a blob at the end. I can't get it out. Oh gosh. Doesn't matter. Pushing it out. No, let's not worry about it too much. All right. See, these ones are okay. It's probably just because I'd heated it. Maybe. Maybe. So that one I'm just sort of going over the top of the one that's in there previously. I think I'm just going to go across here. We don't need a lot. Because this is going to be right at the back. You might not even see it, really. You might not even see this lot. We're going to just follow the line that I did on the previous pour. Same line there. It's good when you can go over the top of the mold like that. It is. Let's kind of stretch that out. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, don't really need a lot on this one, I don't think. It's hard to know when to stop, you guys, because you think, oh well, I've still got all this white. What should I do with it? But yeah, you don't really need any more. She says as she adds more. Put a few little thin ones in. Like so. I don't know whether I'm supposed to like be following a particular pattern and all be going in one direction, or like, I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of just doing whatever. All right, I think I'll leave it at that. I don't like those big blobs there, but what can you do? I guess they'll kind of smooth themselves out a little bit, maybe. So these later ones, they haven't got the holes in them, so I obviously need to wait a little bit longer after I've torched. It must be the, I don't know, either the heat. It's probably the heat or the bubbles coming up, and then they're making little holes in my white. So look, we've learned something new there as well. So that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to leave it like that. I will torch it a little bit though, just to get those things moving. I've got a little bit of blue left. I'll make a puffy heart. I'll just clean my gloves. That noise was my little soap dispenser. You know those automatic soap dispensers where you put your hand out and it gives you a bit of soap? I've told you this before, I've put my 100% isopropyl in it. So when I've got sticky gloves, I just put a glove underneath. It gives me a shot of alcohol. A shot of alcohol, that sounds great, doesn't it? It gives me a shot of alcohol, and I can clean my gloves off before I have to touch my heat gun. Just a little bit of heat. I don't think I want as much. The second layer, I think the second layer was not a good layer. The first layer was good. This third layer is looking good. The second layer was just a mess. I kind of like to do this again and redeem myself if I can. I just feel as if I really, I don't know, overheated maybe, or oh, look, I'm not quite sure what went wrong with that second layer. I'll have to have a look back on my video and see what I've done wrong, but yeah, it just wasn't a good layer. And you're probably going to see it the most too. All right, let's leave it at that. Okay, next time you see me will be tomorrow morning because it's late now, and I'll unmold. I'm liking how these are spreading. Look at that. See how it's spreading really nicely? That's how it should have done on the second layer as well. But it was all kind of a bit of a bit of a mishmash. So yeah, definitely want to do it again and see if I can improve on my cracked ice effect. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, it's bright and early the next day, pre-coffee, so you know I'm excited if it's pre-coffee. All right, where will we start? We'll get the base off this mold first. Beautiful. Okay, now I don't want to flip it over yet, okay, because it's the other side that's going to give us our results. So let's get this putty off the sides. Once I get a grip on it, I'll be good. I've got to be careful because I want to use it again to make another mold. So I want to be careful. Oh, it's sharp. Sharp edges. And it has got a little bit of a stretch in it so that you can, you know, pull it over edges as well. Just trying not to cut myself. And we go. Okay. Oh, look at that rock look. Wow. That is so cool. Little bits of white paste. So the edges obviously are a matte color because the rock is matte. It's not, you know, it's not shiny. Okay, it's not like we cast marble, which is smooth and glossy. Mind you, it's only because it's been shined, isn't it? Marble's not, it's not shiny out in its natural environment. It's not shiny. We just polish it. All right, so look at that. Wow, look at those edges, you guys. That is amazing, but it's picked up. Look at that. So cool. All right, looking forward to trying that again, that mold. All right, now I can feel there's a little bit here of overflow or under spray, underflow that's sort of gone underneath, but it's not too bad. And because I've used a thick resin, because I wanted the bloom effect, I've got a few bubbles, but that can easily be sanded back, so not a problem. I'll fix those bits later. I'll ruin my nails. I'll fix them later. All right, are we ready? Love those edges. I love those edges, but I can see some bubbles. That's okay. We can file them back. Anyone got a Dremel? Dremels are great. I'm putting it off. I don't want to see. I do, but I don't. All right, let's just do this. Are we ready? Oh, well, no, it's not quite as good as I was expecting. I prefer that side. Oh, my gosh. We need some light behind it. Oh, look, it's not too bad for a first attempt, I guess. But I probably prefer that side. Maybe I can top coat that side. I didn't do very well with my little lines of blooms, that's for sure. Next time. But look at the casting I got. It's really cool, really cool. All right, we'll definitely have to try that again. I like that side better, so I'm just gonna, I think I've done it too dark, so you can't really see through it. So yeah, next time not so dark, and I'll be a little bit more careful with my lines. But yeah, loving that side. We'll just call it this side, okay? There's my cracked ice, this side. All right. No reason why I can't have that side. Okay, now thank you so much for watching. Hope you've learnt something along with me. It certainly was a learning experience, this one. Loving all these edges, my gosh. All right, now I can go and have my coffee. All right, take care. I'll see you all real soon for the next video. Okay, bye for now.